One of Forbes' top 50 power influencers, Jessica Northey, on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting worldwide on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com.
Thank you for calling the Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder Hotline. If you have ADHD, please press 1. So you do have ADHD. Is this correct? Please press 1. Now that we know it is only necessary to make your selection. It has been established you do have ADHD. Please. Okay, dude, seriously, if you want help, you're going to have to stop playing with the keypad. Oh, look, it's a shiny ball with bells on it. Thank you for calling the Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder Hotline. Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there wasn't that a black back in 1970. What didn't know about the World Wide Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove along here, just walking in style with a party book and the replay. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program. Play the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing today, world? And it is sunny Clarksville today. Look at it outside.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, for sure.
Yeah, and we're pretty much stuck in here all day.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just how it is. That's how it goes sometimes in the hood, yo-yo.
Trying to get a tan, man.
Not in here, you're not.
Nope.
Unless you can get one from Fluorescence. We have the worst lighting.
This lighting sucks. I hate it.
It really does. We have no overhead. It's all like lamps
Yeah,
and
sucks.
stuff.
Yeah. Can't do videos in here.
But hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be moving and we'll have some actual overhead light.
Yeah.
We'll have an actual studio, too.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's how we do it.
I'm so excited. Now, you had some news you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Horses or something.
Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out because yesterday at the Belmont Stakes, we had a history happen. The Triple Crown hasn't been won in like 37 years or something like that, right?
Yes, I think it said since 1978,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
For a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob Baffert did it, and I was like so freaking happy. I cried. So I've always wanted to see a Triple Crown in my lifetime, and I always wanted it to be Bob Baffert. And every single year since I can't even remember, probably when I was like 1, I rooted for Bob Baffert to win, and he never did. And he won this time. And
you watched every one of them live, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In HD.
Yes.
You saw the dirt being kicked up by the horses.
It was great, yeah. So I wanted to give a shout out to Bob Baffert, American Pharoah, the jockey, the owners, everybody. So congratulations to them.
Maybe they'll invite us over sometime.
Maybe. You never know. They might be listening right now.
Tina invited us over.
Mm-hmm.
She's got horses.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited. She said
that.
as soon as it dries up, she's going to invite us over. Like I don't know what that entails, but it should be fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah, I really am. I'm also looking forward to having Jessica Northey on the show. I'm hoping she can teach us a few things. I mean, I know she's got so much going on. I mean, she makes us look ridiculous with what we do because she's got so much going on. I mean, I picture her having like 8 arms.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's like mutant-ish.
Yeah, octopus-ish. Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to find out what's going on in her life if we can squeeze it all in. So Jessica Northey coming up next on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting worldwide on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com.
When I think of Magnolia Emporium, I think of Randy. I mean, we could talk about how wonderful he is at what he does, but the one thing that sets this design firm apart from any other one is the simple fact that Randy's just a good guy. Honesty, integrity, and a big heart. Isn't that what you're really looking for? Give Randy a call, 704-248-6808. Magnolia Emporium. We want your space to reflect your success.
We are out of control. And when I say we, forget about the borders. Forget about the oceans that separate us. This is a worldwide epidemic. We can continue to turn our faces and look the other way. We can continue to ignore the problem. But by the time I finish this sentence, more than 3.7 billion hashtags will have been used. What can we do to make a difference? What can we do to ensure the survival of the hashtag? I'll tell you what we do. We simply shit. Won't you please join me today in the fight to save hashtags from extinction? Trust me when I say this, a little shit goes a long way. We, the people of the world, need to take up arms today to ensure the future is bright and riddled with hashtags for our children. Can we all please just join hands and shit for the future of our kids? The following public service announcement was brought to you by Shit. Save hashtags incoming termination. Next time you tweet, hashtag shit to everyone you love.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Top.
Take it from the top.
You are absolutely, positively in the right place. This is the Chris Top program. I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm giddy like a schoolboy right now.
Yeah, that was my line. I take your lines all the time, though.
Yep, you do. So, boom! Bam!
So, Jessica, how are you doing today? It's so good to hear you.
It's good to hear you guys, too. Well, I've listened to your show, so this isn't my first time hearing you. So, but it's your first time hearing me, right?
It is our first time hearing you.
Mm-hmm. Do I sound like me?
You absolutely do. You know, actually, I guess you could be somebody else. You could be a spy, and I wouldn't know it.
Do I sound like I look? That's what's funny. I always wonder that, because, you know, when you meet people and you're like,
I gotta see a picture.
I wasn't thinking you were going to look like that.
I think you do. You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I think Allie would agree, even though she's a chick.
Yes, I do agree. I mean, she's pretty.
She is very pretty.
Oh,
She's got a
God
great
bless
smile.
your heart.
I love her
Oh,
hair,
wow.
her
Well, okay, now I'm
complexion.
blushing. So you can't see
Oh,
that.
you're
There's
not
no
blushing.
video
You probably
here.
hear that all the time. Oh, stop it. Okay, so now I've got to ask you some questions because I'm just in awe. Of you.
Oh, man.
Bow.
That's nice.
Bow.
Because I've been reading up on you, just looking at all your stuff, and you've just got this whole list of things that you're involved in, and I don't even know how you do it. I don't even know how you get around to everything that you do.
And I don't know what sleep a lot. That's the first thing.
I don't know what a lot of it is. You're going to have to help me.
I don't sleep much. Well, it's just that I love what I do, and so I find that because I came from selling, I sold television and radio, and I also had been an on-air personality, and I always knew that you're juggling like 100 different accounts at a time. So I knew that like you had to be able to multitask to create a business and make money. And when I'm not just an entrepreneur, I'm a solopreneur because it's pretty much just me. So I'm always constantly like, okay, I'm working on this project, I'm working on that project, I'm working on that project. And I've sort of narrowed it down in my life to like, and maybe other entrepreneurs out there listening will get this. There's the things that make you money, the things that might make you money, the things that could make you money, the things that'll never make you money. And then there's just that other stuff over there that you're like, okay, that's my passion stuff. So I try to like spend my time on equal parts because I'm really all about the passion. Mm-hmm. But I have to make money so that I can do the passion.
Exactly. But I mean, what's the difference between your passions and what you're doing to make money? Because it seems like you're having a great time doing what you're doing. So, I mean, help me with that. Like, what?
Okay. Okay. Well, all right. So, some of the things I guess it's hard though to look at my life now and separate what is the Jessica Northey brand or the country music chat brand and what is monetizable, because it's like once you become like a public type of a figure, everything you do is about your brand. And if you're trying to, you know, cash in on your brand, everything you do, like, so like that stupid tweet that I'm like sitting there crafting and thinking, okay, I got to write the perfect tweet, or I got to put the perfect post up, or I got to do this. And someone might be like, that's such a waste of time, but it goes into my brand and it's like executing the person I am and showing people this is who I am inside. Like the quotes and the funny things that I put up, they're just like reflections of me. Like if you see me retweet something from, I like that Illuminati tweets or whatever, or I'll
Yes.
I tweet like a bunch of people. Like I love Joe Bonsall and Cowboy Troy and even Blake Shelton, Ronnie Dunn. I mean, there's like people I'll retweet their tweets because they reflect who I am. Does that make sense? It's like pieces of me.
Total sense.
And then
yeah.
go ahead.
No, it makes total sense. I mean, you're reflecting your brand in everything that you do.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a sense, you have to be careful, but it's probably just natural for you to retweet those.
Yeah, no, and oh my God, the other night my friends and I were out.
I saw
have,
this
like-
one. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
I have funny friends, you know, and they don't get what I do. I love how my family, everybody introduces me to people, but we're at a table and we were complaining about stuff, and so my friends were like, I had to go to the restroom, and I don't like taking my phone into the restroom with me sometimes, you know, I just left it sitting there with my purse and ran over to the restroom, and I came back and they were all giggling and laughing, and there was a long line, and I didn't even know what they did until later. My friends were tweeting stupid stuff, like it was drunk people having fun, but at least it's like I was able to delete it. I don't even remember what they said. They were like something about the place we were at or we had been at. I don't know.
Did you let it slide, or were you kind of hacked off at them?
You know what? It's not a big deal. There's no big deals in this world. So it's like, I knew that they don't get my world. And like, we live in a real world, you know, and I grew up here and people know me as me and Messy Jessie. And I grew up at a racetrack, you know, in my first car accident when I was 4, shot the neighbor when I was 9, you know,
Wow.
crazy like person.
Did you do any time for
great
that?
life.
For shooting the neighbor?
What?
Were you in the clink?
No, not till I was 17 was I in the clink. But I mean, I'm like a wild, you know, like it's like funny because everything I am, it's like I don't hold back or let anybody, you know, the things that make me me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. And I am who I am. And it's like, I think one of the things I am is I'm not gut wrenching honest, but I'm a little like, my friends say that they're like, you're like a redneck Nicole Richie. That's what they're like, you're like a poor redneck Nicole Richie. But I mean, I'm not as terribly like blunt as she is, I guess. But I do get really, sometimes it's just my observation powers override my mouth and my brain. I mean, my mouth and my observation powers override my brain, and I'll just say things that I probably shouldn't say. And then I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oops.
It happens to the best of
It
us.
really does.
No, the edit button's gone. But all of this, you know, and everything about it, like at the end of the day, it's like we're all just these people who have a normal life. Like, you know, you go to work, and my work is that I do this for a living a little bit, but I also have a website I run, and I have clients I consult with, and I do, I don't know,
Well, what's your
passion
favorite
projects, like-
what's your favorite thing that you work on, or what do you put your most time into?
You know what? It's really sad because I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, because, you know, like, have you ever done those where you're like, okay, so of my lifespan, 100% of my time. So, like, right now, 85% of my time goes into the website, and the website doesn't, you know, makes like 5% of the money I make, right?
Sure. Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, the damn
great.
website's getting the best of me. I keep telling everybody, I'm like, I'm done with the website. You know what, Chris? I never wanted to own a website. The whole CM Chat Live thing, I was like, I started a Twitter chat. I had no desire to have a website. And my friend, about a year and chunk change ago, a year and a half now, he said, well, you know, basically, Jessica, you're like, all these things you do, they're like kiosks, and you have like, you're putting these kiosks on somebody else's property. And he's like, see, your Twitter's your kiosk, your Google Plus is a kiosk, your Facebook's a kiosk, your Instagram's a kiosk. He's like, you're towing your little trailer park around and you're parking it on other people's lots. You need to build your own lot. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's why I started the website.